Let's get it. Let's get it. You see, I got, oh, this is going to be a goodie right here. This is going to be a goodie right here. This is going to be a goodie. This is going to be a goodie right here. Y'all talking about y'all Garveyites. Y'all talking about y'all know what y'all know and Islam, or y'all know what y'all know and all that, right? Yeah, you talking about voting and all this goofy shit. Voting and you don't even know what kind of government you in. See this right here? Our people don't look in these books. They don't look in these books. But they quick to ask you who you voting for. Yeah, share this video out. More peace and love to all the Moors. Oh, this is going to be a goodie right here. This is going to be action-packed. I'm talking about video. I'm showing video. I'm going to show y'all some video. You see this title right here? Harvard Law School. Harvard Law School. I mean, now, if you talking about knowing the law, they like one of the top, right? Harvard Law School. So they should know what they talking about. Show you a little geography. North America continent map. But y'all running around here sounding crazy talking about you in a country. Fam, you in a continent. But you talking about you're in a country though. Then you talking about voting. Who you voting for? But you ain't even looked in no law book yet. And you talking about voting. How you talking about a country and you live in a continent called North America? Central America, South America, all these islands down here. Let's zoom in. You got Haiti, Jamaica, the Bahamas. Shout out to the Maroons out there in Jamaica though. Haiti right there. Yes, sir. Maroon Town. Shout out to all the Moors out there. The Maroons out there in Moortown. See that? South America. You see how crazy the world be looking at our people? The world be looking at our people, so-called African Americans, like, y'all is crazy. Everybody from around the world want to come here. Why you think everybody from the world wants to come here? Because this is the land of milk and honey. This is Northwest Amexem. Hold up. This is Northwest Amexem. Why y'all think everybody from around the world wants to come to our land to find out what's going on? Why you think that? Hold up. Let me show y'all something, man. It's just crazy how people is just out here don't know what the fuck they be talking about. They just be out here yapping. They ain't looked in no law books. Ain't looked at nothing. Yeah, Islam. Look. You talking about sellouts. You talking about traders. You want to get to the problem? Let's get straight to it. Let's get straight to it. It's gonna be so wild. I'm gonna show y'all what's finna happen before you see it happen. And Moors that's upright, independent, and fearless tell y'all all the time the same shit. Tell y'all the same shit all the time. But you know what it is though? Y'all listen to entertainers, so-called black entertainers, so-called black actors. This is who y'all listen to. So instead of listening to Moors that's upright, independent, and fearless, y'all want to run with the TV. You want to run with the media. So I'm going to show y'all what's finna happen before you even hear it yourself out their mouth. We're going to look up something real fast. Because our people be like, man, we don't get no justice. You don't get no justice because you are still practicing chattel slavery, calling yourself a colored person. Listen, share the video out, G. This is definitely gonna be an uncomfortable conversation. You still want to be a colored person. See this? These not Kush Day words. This is Black's Law's Dictionary. Black's Law's Dictionary. Every attorney got this book. Every magistrate got this book. Administrative clerk, they got this book. Everybody got this book. Everybody. You think they don't got you think that dude that represented Breonna Taylor, you think he ain't had this book? Benjamin Crump, tag him on here. You think he ain't got this book? You think he ain't never read this book when he went to go get his bar card, his bar association card to work as an attorney to sell our people out? Look, the word colored by common usage in America, this term, that means that it has a lifetime. It has times where you can use it, right? That's why they keep changing the identity, so-called identity of our people up, calling us black people, African American. Jesse Jackson. Thank that nigga Jesse Jackson for that shit. He started calling people African Americans in the 90s, in the early 90s. Thank Jesse Jackson for that, right? Because you was black before that. Then Jesse Jackson came on the scene and then said that our people was black people. So thank him for that. But you ain't got to be that, though, because that ain't who you are. You Moors. Look. In such phrases as quote unquote colored persons, we people of color, pay attention. Like I said, this is going to hurt your feelings if you stuck in your belief system. Your beliefs have nothing to do with facts. Nothing. Facts are only dealing with facts. Listen, the colored race, the colored man, and the like is used to designate Negroes, or persons of the African race, including all persons of mixed blood descended from Negro ancestry. This is where it get crazy at. Y'all talking about we don't get no justice? I'm finna walk you through real fast why our people do not get justice. So when I play this video right here, remember, this is coming from Harvard Law School. I'm going to let them tell you what it is, since y'all love listening to the so-called white man, which they not even white. They're hybrid Albion Europeans. I'm going to let them tell you. I'm going to let them tell you what I'm finna tell you, because you ain't going to trust what I'm talking about. It's cool. Don't trip. Don't trip. Nah, don't trip. Look, since you want to be a color person, look, you want to be a color race, you want to be people of color. This is what the law, not Kush Day. This is what the law says what's going to happen to you in the law. Y'all, we was real upset about Breonna Taylor, Eric Gardner. We of course we going to be upset, but don't nobody come with solutions that y'all love funding. Y'all love funding the so-called police brutality. You love funding that bullshit narrative. That narrative is not found in this law book at all. Did you know Black Lives Matter? They don't talk about law at all, but they want justice for our people. Y'all got to put this shit together, man. I'm doing my part right now to put it together for you so you could just look at, analyze, critique, use your own common sense, and then do what you want to do with it. Look, motherfuckers talk about, we don't get no justice because we black. No, you're not black. The reason why our people don't get justice is because they holding on to colored. Colored don't mean what you think it mean in law. In law, it's a term. It's not an identity. It's just a term. It's describing you. It don't tell me who you are. So since it don't tell me who you are, I can use you as shadow property. Like I can throw you around like a chair. Yahudi Islam, or I could throw you around like a black chair. I could throw you around. If you a black crayon, I could throw you around because you're not human. See, you're not human. So look, oh, this gonna be real extra crispy. I'm finna burn this shit down. I'm finna burn this shit down. Look, this is for you so-called African Americans that keep accepting the term color person. Look, this is what the law say about you. The law say this about you, not Kush Day. Look, it has also been held that there is no, see that? N-O, legal, technical signification to the phrase, quote unquote, colored person. But you want to be a color person. You want to be a people of color. Nobody is making you say that you're a person of color. Nobody. You keep saying that voluntarily. So since you want to play the black game, I'm finna give you the black game rule book. This is the black game rule book. Since you in your mind want to be a Latino You want to be an African American. You want to be an American Indian. Since you want to play the color game, the Nam de Gear game, this is the rule book right here. It's the rule book. You better get real familiar with this rule book. It's crazy to me, though, because people care more about entertainers and living their best life, but don't know how you living your best life and you don't know the laws of the land that you live in. Think about it. How can you live your best life if you don't know the laws of the land that you live in? And then wonder why we don't get no justice. Fam, you don't even know the laws of the land, G. Police tell you, they come on the scene, tell you what they want to tell you. You just go with it because you be like, oh, man, fuck 12. 12 don't know the law. 12 don't know the law. 12 just know how to fuck with so-called black people and shoot to kill and extort. That's what 12 do. 12 don't know the law. Come on, man. Sun Tzu shit. What Sun Tzu say? Sun Tzu said, you got to study your enemy. You got to study your enemy. You study yourself, study your enemy, study your environment. Then you will have victory. Without that, you playing with yourself. You got to study your enemy, fam. First, you got to know the land that you live in. You live in North America. You live in the North American continent, G. This ain't a country. This is a continent. You see Canada up there? Shout out to the Canaan Moors up there. Cujo now. Yes, sir. Canada. See all that? See all that? This is a continent. See that? That's Central America. That down there starts South America. So since we talking about facts and we ain't talking about opinions, I'm finna run it down real quick on how our people who are Moors, that is our free national title, free national name, keep getting systematically exterminated by police. Put your beliefs in your back pocket. If you're in your beliefs, I told you from the get-go, the title was Uncomfortable Conversations. So you either gonna go with facts or you still gonna go with your beliefs and get fucked up outside in the streets. Either way, it ain't my obligation to hold your hand. I'm just simply presenting information because I'm a transmitter. I receive information, I beam shit out. This ain't an ego thing. This a truth thing. So right here, you see people of color, colored man, color race. All, you see that? Negroes, all right? Negroes. It has no legal technical signification, huh? That the courts are bound judicially to know. So again, if you want to be somebody that's using a nom de guerre, like somebody say, well, you a Puerto Rican. Somebody saying that you are Latino. Somebody saying that you're an Indian. You're an American Indian. If you want to be that, you're falling under what's called colored. And color in law, not Kush words, not Kush day words. This ain't got shit to do with me. Exactly. Negroes, listen. This ain't got nothing to do with Kush. This got something to do with the message. Color of law is what police move on. Police operate with this. They operate with color of authority and color of law. This is how I'm giving it to you. How our people don't get justice. This is it. This is it. It ain't shit else but this. This is how these people move. In order to defeat your enemy, you first got to study your enemy. You got to know your enemy, fam. Methods, issues, and challenges. Police in America. This is it. So look. And I'm doing this shit with love, though, because I love my people. But our people is fucking crazy, though, at times. Motherfuckers care more about entertainment, bullshit ass shit that depreciate. You don't value shit like this at all. You don't value shit like this. Because in your little mind, in your little world, police ain't fuck with you yet. So since they ain't fuck with you yet, you think that you under the radar. Nah, it ain't happened to me yet. I just be seeing motherfuckers on the internet getting fucked with. It ain't happened to me yet. It ain't happened to you yet. That's the key thing. Yet. But when it do happen to you, would you rather have your motherfucking ammo already secured in the magazine? Or you just want to be out here pissing in the wind? You said cops are the enemy? You got to go back to the history of police. Look up the history of police, fam. Police do not have a lawful charter to operate in Al Maghrib. Look it up. They don't have an official charter to operate in Al Maghrib, Al Morocco. Police, yeah, they're the enemy. What you think police is? You think police your motherfucking friend? You think police your friend, G? They're not your friends. They don't even have lawful charters to operate and do what they do here. They're not in the Constitution. Yeah, they're your enemy. If you're not going with this, you the enemy. Period. You're the enemy. So look though, this is it right here. You see that? Now when I play this joint, now when I run this right here, right? Look at this. Policing in America. See that shit? Policing America. Harvard Law. I want Islam, or I want you to hear what's finna be said out of these. This is Harvard. So this is gonna be a professor talking about law, allegedly. But he's gonna be what they call double talk. He's still gonna be operating in color of law. Yes, sir. Title 18, Crimes and Criminal Procedures. Look, color and appearance, semblance or simulacrum as distinguished from that which is real. So when you say you're a color, that's not telling me what nationality you are. That's just telling me the appearance of you. It's not telling me who you are. So if it's not telling me who you are, then you do not matter. Black man, black woman, you do not matter because you are not telling me what land you come from. Black ain't no land. Hold up. Bring that shit closer. Black ain't no land. Do you see black on this motherfucking map? This is a continent. This is the North American continent right here. And I say this shit all the time. Can you see it? What they say right there? Iceland, Greenland. I say this shit all the time. Greenland. See the land? It's called Greenland. Can you see it? Yeah. Greenland. Let me ask you a wild ass question. To fuck with you. To so-called African Americans. The land right here is called Greenland. Do you think people who live there are green? Do you think people that live in this land called Greenland are green people? Of course not. They ain't fucking green. This is the name of the land that they're on. Greenland. And it's still the North American continent, G. You feel me? It's still the continent. Ain't no motherfucking body that green. So-called colored people. Nobody that lives in Greenland is actually green. That's just the name of the land in the North American continent. But I told y'all, people are selling y'all out all the time. Hold up. Oh, this shit finna go. Yeah, this shit finna go. Look, let me bring this up. Y'all know who that dude is. Hold up. Let me bring dude up. He was on the Breakfast Club, right?
Down there on his knee. Because, why are we paying for the body cameras if we can't see what they recorded when there's a controversy?
Why won't they release it? What's the problem with releasing? What's that saying?
Listen.
How won't they release it?
It's in every case. They always say it's an ongoing investigation. And when they say that, what that tells me, they just trying to figure out a way to justify the unjustifiable.
Hold up. Did you hear what the fuck he just said? He said, what? They're trying to justify the unjustifiable. This dude is the new Al Sharpton. He just said they're trying to justify the unjustifiable. What the fuck? Ty, you said you saw green people last night. Hey, you see green people, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, G. If I see somebody green, nigga, something going on. Something going on if I see a green motherfucker. Dude just said police are trying to justify the unjustifiable. Look.
Now, when do they say that? Are they saying when these officers will be brought up on charges? Are they saying what the next step is because they were fired and they fired them fast? But now these officers haven't been charged yet. They're still walking around. What's next?
Day 4, they haven't been charged, and we got to continue to demand immediate arrest because the district attorney, it shouldn't take that long to establish that there's probable cause in this video to arrest them. Because people in our community, they have
all right. Shut up. Shut up, man. Shut up, Crump. Crump, shut up. Crump knows what the fuck going on. He knows that these motherfucking police, you motherfuckers, are operating in color of law, the appearance or semblance without the substance of legal right. This dude lying his ass off, and he's on the Breakfast Club. This dude don't know law. He's supposed to know law. You see that? But see, Noble Drew Ali, peace be to the prophet, told y'all. He told everybody. You in the divine warning. Let me go back to the divine warning by the prophet. It's crazy to me how people want to live their best life. I want to live my best life. I'm doing me. I'm doing me all the time. I'm good. Lying on the gram, lying on Facebook, lying on TikTok, lying on all these other motherfucking apps and shit. Fake smiling. You know what I'm saying? You fake smiling and shit on a social media, but in real life, your ass don't know what the fuck to do. You scared as hell when the police get behind you. You scared as hell when police are around you. All you do is pull your fucking phone out. Because you don't know law. You don't know this right here. And it's your duty to know this right here. You are supposed to know law because your ancient foremothers and forefathers are the ones who brought this shit. Europeans didn't cook up this law book. They got all this shit from us, like everything else. The prophet, peace be to the prophet, Noble Drew Ali. He said, you who doubt whether I, the prophet, and my principles are right for the redemption of my people, go to those that know law in the city hall and among the officials in your government and ask them under an intelligent tone. That means don't be in there screaming and hollering all retarded. You all belligerent, talking all stupid and shit, sounding ignorant. You not in an intelligent tone. And they will be glad to render you a favorable reply. For they are glad to see me, Noble Drew Ali, the prophet, bring you out of darkness, us out of darkness into light. Into light. Money doesn't make the man. It's free national standards and powers that make a man and a nation. He always kept talking about nation because there's no strength as an individual. Peace, Ty. There's no strength as just one individual. There's strength in unity. When you unify, when a motherfucker fucking with you, you already know, when a motherfucker fucking with you and you got one finger, that's pretty hard to defend yourself with one finger. I mean, what you gonna do? Poke the motherfucker to death? Unless you know some motherfucking Chinese death, you know what I'm saying, death pokes and shit, where you finna motherfucking use the death strike. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know ancient kung fu where you finna punch a motherfucker lung or some shit with one finger, then you need to unify all these 5 principles and form that fist up and bust somebody's shit open. So unless you know some kung fu where you on some deadly jujitsu shit, where you can kill a motherfucker or defend yourself with one finger, individualism has been a detriment to our people because we think as individuals we could just keep doing shit as an individual. No, sir. That's why Noble Drew Ali always emphasized nation, nation, nation. What nation are we? We're a nation of Moors. That's the nation that we are. We are a nation of free national Moors. He also goes to say Those who fail to recognize the free national name of their constitutional government are classed as undesirables. You know what I'm saying? Islam Morano. Undesirables? Undesirables, peace, Carissa, and are subject to all inferior names and abuses and mistreatments that the citizens care to bestow upon them. Who are the fake citizens? Who are the foreign citizens right here? Let me put it to a correct and exact. Who are the foreign citizens that live here? The foreign citizens are Europeans. Hybrid Albion Europeans. That's who they are. That's the foreigners that's here. That is the foreigners that are here. But y'all be thinking like, oh nah, the system don't work. The system is set up. First, you gotta identify the system. You got two systems. You have de jure form of government. Then you have what was known in 1871 as the de facto government, the democracy, the demos, the democratic demos. Cause you go right here. Oh, I ain't forget. Don't think I tweaked and forgot. Peace, John. Don't think I tweaked and forgot what the fuck I'm finna show. Nah. This is fascinating facts about the Constitution. Let's go real fast. Let me show y'all something. Hold up. What that say? I didn't write this book though. What that say? The word democracy does not appear once in the Constitution. Wait, is that a typo? No, sir. The word democracy does not appear once in the Constitution. But on the TV screen, there how you thinking like, it's a democracy. The media keep busting our people in the head, because this shit is psychological, G. This shit is psychological. If you doubt, all you got to do is grab the artillery. Psychological operations in guerrilla warfare. In order to defeat your enemy, you have to know yourself. You have to know your enemy. You have to know your environment. Our people living in so-called black people, African Americans, American Indians, Latinos and shit, whatever name you want to be tomorrow or next 5 years from now, are under silent weapons for control of your mind, because it's a quiet war. It's a silent weapon for a quiet war, fam. In order to defeat you, Europeans cannot just go straight up with us. They can't fuck with us straight up. So how do you defeat somebody that you can't beat up straight up, like a shoot the fair one? You can't square up with somebody that's bigger than you, stronger than you, you know what I'm saying, smarter than you. So you got to use another tactic. The other tactic is this: psychological operations. Let me attack your mind. If I can attack your mind, then I got you, because you not even thinking. I got you. I'm psychologically destroying you. It's called genocide, Spanish Inquisition. So if you don't see the fuckery right here, so if democracy ain't mentioned one time in the whole Constitution, why are you talking about voting? What are you talking about voting for? Don't fucking ask me who I'm voting for, because I'm going to crash you, for real. I'm going to do it with love, though, but I'm going to crash your ass, though. Because all I'm going to say is, fam, when the last time you read the Constitution? Or did you know that the word democracy does not appear once in the Constitution? So if the word democracy doesn't appear once in the Constitution, why the fuck are y'all talking about who will somebody going to vote for? The Pledge of Allegiance. Motherfuckers kill me because they talking about, so-called African Americans don't get justice. Paul, what's up, man? Don't get justice. And that's the homie Paul right there. So you see, I fucks with people that fucks with law. I don't fuck with people who fuck with crayons. White, black, green, orange. I don't fuck with colors because color does not mean anything. It means nothing. Your complexion means nothing. It doesn't matter what your complexion is. It's about your bloodline. This is what police, this is what attorneys, this is what they operate in. Y'all want to know? I'm letting y'all know straight up what the fuck going on with these police. Why so-called African Americans keep getting slaughtered in the streets. And police, what they do? They get fired, they get terminated, but they still go on paid vacations, paid leave. Come on, man. Look. Because this is what they operate on. They operate on color of law. The appearance or semblance without the substance of legal right. Color of authority. Police. This is what they operate on. The semblance or presumption of authority sustaining the acts of a public officer, which is derived from his apparent title. They don't have authority because it's a parent. They don't have authority. They don't have authority, G. It only appears that they have authority. This is how police move. All of them. All of them. You see this right here? Look. To the office or from a writ or other process in his hands apparently valid or regular. Okay. Now, we're going to run this right here. See this right here? Yeah, I got to give it to him, Jerry. I got to, G, because I'm saying shit and I got to give it to him, and I'm doing my best to make it simple and plain. Just like Noble Drew Ali, the prophet, instructed Moors to do. So look, Harvard Law School, you see, this is what we're going to click on. Police in America, right? Police in America, right? Police in America. Now, you would think that these people know law. What is that? Let's go. What is that?
I'm going to turn this session over now to my co-host, Professor Crespo, who will introduce
Harvard Law School.
Speakers. We will hear opening remarks from
each
of our
let me turn this shit up.
As moderators, Professor Crespo and I will then pose some questions to each of them to get the dialogue going. And then we will look to the audience for questions. Please, if you have questions that you would like to pose.
Okay, hold up. Fast forward there. She talking. Hold up.
About the law of policing. Before becoming academics, the two of us were each public defenders. I think between the two of us, we've
Go back. Listen.
For both Professor Nadapov and I think that this series is a professional and a personal passion project. Professionally, the two of us have each spent our academic careers teaching and writing about the police and about the law of policing. Before becoming academics, the two of us were each public defenders. I think between the two of us, we've probably represented hundreds of people, all of them poor, because that's what public defenders do. They represent people who can't afford a lawyer. And thinking of my clients, overwhelmingly people of color, almost universally.
Wait. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? See, they real crafty. Check it out. He said people of color.
They represent people who can't afford a lawyer.
Listen.
And thinking of my clients, overwhelmingly people of color. Almost.
Stop right there. Now, this dude is a professor at Harvard Law School. So you would think that he knows law, right? He's Bodikin at that. So he's a Moor that is selling out his own people just for a paycheck. See what I told you? Just for a paycheck. He's selling out his own people just for a check. Because that's what sellouts do. Just like Marcus Garvey said they was going to do. Look, I ain't got to make this shit up, man. Look, because we're going to get back to dude real fast. Look, Marcus Garvey. That y'all be talking about, y'all love Marcus Garvey. Y'all got the colors flying and whatnot and all that shit, right? You love Marcus Garvey, right? Have you read any of Marcus Garvey's literature? Anything? He talked about nationality. He also spoke about traitors. Let me go down to the real juicy part. The real juicy part. right? The real juicy part. It says the traitor, because this whole shit juicy, but we're going to get straight to it. The traitor of other races is generally confined to the mediocre or irresponsible individual. But unfortunately, the traitors among the Negro race, so-called African Americans, right? But we're really Moors, are generally to be found among the men highest placed in education. Dude right there. Huh? Dude right there. He's a professor at Harvard Law School. See? The traitors are found among the men highest placed in education and society. The fellows who call themselves leaders. Right there in your face. Right there in your face. Now, did you hear that? That's Marcus Garvey. That ain't Kush Day words. That's Marcus Garvey. Talking about, oh, I fuck with Marcus Garvey. Y'all got y'all little motherfucking red, black, and green flag flying. You don't even know what the fuck you doing. But you talking about, oh, I fucks with Marcus Garvey though. He walked red, black, and green. Fam, that is a country called in Eastern Africa. The Mawali tribe. That's Mawali, G. That's the country Mawali. Look it up. So look, listen to dude. He talking about, now Marcus Garvey was talking about traitors. This dude right here is Bodikin. That's not a European hybrid right there. That's a Bodikin. Look.
People of color.
Did you hear that? He said people of color. Look.
They represent people who can't afford a lawyer.
Listen.
And thinking of my clients, overwhelmingly people of color. Almost universal.
When I hear that shit, it's like fucking a cat getting swung by the tail. When I hear somebody say people of color, it's like a fucking cat getting swung around by the tail around me and some shit. People of color. People of color. People of color. I say that and say that to get y'all to stimulate your mind. When you hear that fucking term, colored, people of color, you mean nothing in law. There is no legal technical signification to the phrase colored person, which the courts are bound judicially to know. So if the court's not bound judicially to know, you mean nothing. You're meaningless. Your life does not matter. It don't. So if you want to get in your feelings, you can log off. If you want to stay in your feelings, then you could just keep calling yourself a person of color. And in the real world, which runs by fundamental rules of civilization, law, then you're going to be looked at as a motherfucker that means nothing. You're undesirable. You're a stateless person. You don't even have a nation because you choose to identify with something that's black, like this motherfucking black screen or something, like this tablet or something. Like you choose to identify with an object. You're not choosing to identify with a bloodline. You're choosing to identify as an object. I can do whatever I want to do with an object. I could throw you around. I could cherish you. I could destroy you. I could clean you. I could make you dirty. I could do whatever I want to do with you because you're an object. You're an object. So if you want to be an object, that's your choice. That's your choice. But you better get familiar with psychological operations and guerrilla warfare. You better get familiar. You better get familiar with psychological operations and guerrilla warfare because that's what is going on. That's what's really going on. Look.
People of color. We represented them in their encounters with the American
people of color. People of color. Now, you fast forward to the word attorney. You go to the word attorney. He said he was an attorney, right? He said he was an attorney, right? This is what an attorney is in law. Our people be talking about, I'm living my best life. I'm good. You don't even know the laws of the land. Scared as hell when the police come around you. But you living your best life, though? You're living in fear. You're not living your best life. You living afraid, fam. You ignorant. You afraid. You running with your beliefs and you don't want to deal with the real world. You don't want to be accountable for what you need to know. You just want to act like you don't know. And it's a lot of people that don't know. True indeed. It is a lot of people who don't know. But once you are presented with concrete evidence, facts, things of that nature, you can't say you don't know no more because you're not ignorant no more because now you know. It's like a motherfucker when you was growing up. Motherfucker told your ass, don't go over there and touch that stove. You went over there, touched the stove, and got your fucking hand burnt. You learned right then and there, I ain't gonna touch this motherfucking stove no more because I know what it means to get burnt. Our people ain't got fried up enough. We ain't got burnt enough because you still in your ego. You still in your feelings and your belief system a dogma. Jesus gonna work it out. Jesus gonna work it out. Yeah, Jesus take the wheel. Where you going? Did he take the wheel? Because all I see is motherfuckers getting killed out here that look like me and y'all. Attorneys at law. Look, attorney, see this? An attorney is an officer in a court of justice, an officer who is employed by a party in a cause to manage it for them. Look, a public officer belonging to the superior courts of common law. See that? You see what's going on? He belongs to the court, fam. All attorneys belong to the court. Their first obligation is not you. The first obligation for an attorney is the court. An officer in a court. He works for the court. He don't work for you. You saw that shit if you watched Power. If you just watched the last episode of Ghost, what did Davis do to Tariq? Answer that shit yourself and you see how grimy attorneys are. If you just watched the last episode, I peeped that shit. The last episode of Ghost, Davis, Method Man, was like, he cut a deal with Fool. When he cut a deal with Fool, he was like, hey, Tasha goes free, Tariq goes to jail. Because he is an officer of the court. He said, it's a win in my column. You see how quick they sell you out? Because they don't practice law. Because you don't need a license to practice law. You just be. You be and you know law. You don't need a license. License. Why do I have to have a license? Why would you use your common sense? Do I need to have a license if I'm hungry and if I was eating fish and I go out there and I fish? I need somebody's permission for me to go over there and fish to feed myself and my family or something? Do I need permission from somebody? That's what a license is. That's what a license is. Do I need a license to get in my car, to go down the road, to take care of my business? Do I need to ask for permission? Motherfuckers kill me because they be like, I'm grown. I can do what I want to do. Yeah, but you still got a fucking license, though. You got a license, nigga. You still asking for permission, nigga. You asking for permission, but you grown, though. Get your ass out of here. You better get competent in law. You better get competent in that law. So look, hold up. Let's get this dude a couple more seconds.
In the penal system. And for each of them, those encounters started with an encounter with policing and that. Personally, I'll just add that, in my heart, I teach at Harvard Law School, but I'm a New Yorker. I'm a New Yorker from a big, extended Puerto Rican family. And in that family, there are multiple people stretching over decades who have been harassed by the police. There are multiple people who have been arrested by the police.
Okay, pause right there. Hold on. Pause right there. Hold on. Now, you just heard what he said. He says he's a New Yorker. He said he's Boricua. And he said his family get fucked with by the police. And he teaches, he teaches at Harvard Law School. So how come Andrew Manuel Crespo, how come he ain't put his family on what he knows? converso, sellout, traitor. Everybody who knows law, knows what's going on, they don't put this out to their own family members. Because why? It's going to stop them from getting court cases in this de facto democracy system. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Real shit, though. Because he is an officer of the court. He's getting every case that he get paid for it. Y'all talking about Breonna Taylor? Breonna Taylor? Okay, let's go to Breonna Taylor real fast. You know why Breonna Taylor ain't getting no justice? Because Breonna Taylor and her boyfriend are still under the Christian black codes. That is why you have to let go of calling yourself an African American, a Latino, an American Indian, because that still places you in what's called Christian black codes. You want to be a color? I told you, if you want to be a color, I'm giving you the rule book and what's going to happen to your motherfucking ass if you keep calling yourself a term called colored. Uncomfortable conversation. Nah, this don't fit your little belief system. This don't fit that. This deal with facts. This ain't got shit to do with the ego. This got something to do with presenting the facts. Solutions to problems. That's what this is. This ain't no ego trip. This is solutions to fix problems. That's what Moors do. That's upright, independent, and fearless with this shit. That's what Moors do. But y'all Moors too, though. You just got to activate. You just got to proclaim. So, motherfuckers is real hot about Breonna Taylor, right? I was too. But the whole time, I'm knowing, though. Remember how they brought up that bullshit about listen to me, a no-knock warrant does not exist in law. It does not exist in law. Look, this is what they have to have. How come Benjamin Crump ain't told y'all that? Listen, there are two types of warrants. You have an arrest warrant and you have a search warrant. You have something called knock and announce. Knock and announce. The last video that I saw of Breonna Taylor, they shot through the window. They didn't announce nothing. They was on her premises or his premises unannounced without an arrest warrant or a search warrant. They ain't had neither one of them. They said they had a no-knock warrant. How come Benjamin Crump? Hold up. This dude. How come this dude right here? Wait a minute. How come this dude right here didn't bring that up? Benjamin Crump. Why you ain't bring that up?
That's probable cause in a video.
Huh?
He can justify arresting us every day and twice on Friday. Right. But with police, the rules change and they say, oh, we got to just investigate. We got to make sure we have all the evidence.
What the fuck is he talking about? With police, the rules change. Nigga, you supposed to know this. So when you get them in the courtroom, even though it's a de facto, you ain't bring it up at all. What the fuck is you talking about the rules change when it come to police, nigga? This is what I'm talking about sellout traitors, man. That y'all keep funding. Y'all keep thinking, oh, this dude right here, he riding for us. If he call you a color, he ain't riding for you. If he call you a people of color, he's not riding for you. If he call you an African American, he's not riding for you. Anybody that talks like that they want you to be enslaved. That's why they keep funding so-called black leaders, because they want our people to be enslaved so they could get paid. That's the game. They want our people to be colored so they can benefit, lock us in jails, lock us up in our own land, our Maghreb, and keep lining their own pockets up while we in jail. Or we get murdered, taken away from our family. That's the game. So y'all talking about Breonna Taylor, Islam. Y'all talking about Breonna Taylor ain't getting no justice. Nah, it's fucked up that Breonna Taylor ain't getting no justice. And it's fucked up that this dude right here, Benjamin Crump, on bullshit. All attorneys on bullshit. Because there's only two types of warrants. An arrest warrant and a search warrant. They didn't have none of them. But they told y'all it was a no-knock warrant, though. Look, no knock and announce requirement. But see, this does not apply to you so-called African Americans. Now, if you standing on principles and constitutional law, okay, cool, this would apply to you. But if you want to take yourself, if you want to remove yourself out of the human family and identify with a term called black, this don't apply for you. But this is the rule book for you so-called black people. You see? Yeah, they took that $12 million. They took that $12 million. She ain't get no justice. On God. Her family took that $12 million and got quiet. Meanwhile, their daughter gone. A mother to the children dead. If she had children. Don't know. Which book? This one? Constitutional Law for Criminal Justice. Islam, Joe. Criminal justice. Criminal justice. These people keep talking about civil rights. Civil rights. Civil rights. Civil rights. Yeah, civil rights. The fuck out of here. How come you not talking about Universal Declaration of Human Rights? Why you ain't talking about that? Why you ain't talking about that? You ain't talking about that. Huh? You ain't talking about that. You ain't talking about how everyone, Article 15, Section 1, everyone has the right to a nationality. Everyone. No one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his or her nationality, nor denied the right to change his or her nationality. Hold up. This is the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. That's human rights, Islam, or that's human rights. You know, civil rights don't deal with human rights because civil rights don't deal with criminal shit. Civil rights don't deal with human shit. Civil rights deal with property. Civil rights deals with property. So that's another strong document these attorneys don't bring up. The United Nations, that universal Declaration of Human Rights. And how come none of these fucking attorneys, this dude right here is Boricuan. He ain't bringing it up. He talking about, oh yeah, I represented, the majority of my people I represented as a public defender were people of color. People of color? Yeah.
Police officers. And I love all of them. From these professional and personal perspectives, I come to this space seeing it as a space in which there are, in fact, some clear right and wrong answers. And some clear and deep and long-standing systemic injustices that have stood for way, way too long. And then I also see it as a space marked by some real complexity and some nuance with hard problems to solve. So I just feel so incredibly fortunate that our school is committed to spending a full year discussing these questions. I feel especially fortunate to be joined.
Get your ass out of here. He ain't talking about shit. Nothing. He talking about nothing. If he really was concerned about anything as far as justice, he would come out of that bullshit, put it on the record. Peace, Cujo. He would put it on the record that the Universal Declaration of Human Rights states that you and me and everybody else on the planet has the right to a nationality. If he was really sick and tired and want justice, he would bring that argument up, because that ain't even an argument. That's a fact, concrete. I'm talking about Wolverine strong, titanium, Black Panther shit, vibranium type shit. You can't penetrate that shit. This shit is vibranium. You can't penetrate this shit. This shit is on the record. Everyone has the right to a nationality, even the rights to a child. Even the rights to a child. Yeah, they try to avoid the order of the day. They try. They try because you got sellouts out here like this fucking dude. This fucking dude. Hold up. This dude, hold up. Talking about a no-knock warrant. A no-knock warrant. Look.
But you got a video.
Hold up. Look at this dude.
Yo, man.
Look at this dude.
Now people are upset.
Hold up.
People are tired. People are feeling like the only way to change this is by civil unrest. People are tired of peacefully protesting because they feel like that does nothing because they continue to kill us. You know, we seen it. You know, you were just up here 2 weeks ago. You know, he was doing what my kids do, running around the neighborhood. You know, somebody thought he was stealing somebody and took the law into their own hands and killed. We've seen it with Eric Garner. We've seen it with so many individuals. This, George, what was he doing? Even if he had a fake bill. You know how many times I'm a DJ?
Listen to this shit.
That doesn't mean I created it. That doesn't mean I bought it. That means I got it. Somebody got me. To the point where you arrest me and you put your knee on my neck for 9 minutes. People are pissed off. And part of my friends, people are like, fuck that. Like, enough is enough. Like, when do we draw the line?
Well, I will say you referenced Ahmaud Arbery, and because the people were outraged,
this shit
turned that outrage to a public outcry. I do believe that's why the wheels of justice started going more expeditiously.
What the fuck are you talking about? Let me stop you right there, goofball. You sellout ass traitor. He said because the people, see how he talking half truths? He talking half truths. That the people, he talking about the people was an outcry. Yeah, the people did have an outcry. Yeah, we had an outcry. But what are you doing as an attorney? What are you doing? You still lying to the people, though? How come you ain't bring that up? How come you ain't bring that up? How come you ain't brought up the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples? Benjamin Crump, with your sellout ass. And all them other attorneys that do the same shit. How come you ain't brought up the fact of Article 6, Section 1? Every indigenous individual has the right to a nationality. So that's two different sources. That's United Nations Declaration on Rights of Indigenous Peoples, which says that right there. That's that. Then you have the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15, Section 1 and 2, talking about everyone has the right to a nationality. So this ain't just, it's a Moorish thing. Everyone on the planet has the right to a nationality. Goofball. Because motherfuckers be hitting me up talking about this dumbass shit. It's a Moorish thing. Nah, it ain't no just a Moorish thing. It's a German thing. It's a Chinese thing. It's a Korean thing. It's a Tanzanian thing. It's a French thing. Polish. Gambian. All of those are nationalities. Everyone has, it's a Mexican thing. Everyone has nationalities. So what's your nationality? Person of color? What's your nationality? Because without a nationality, you dog food out here. You dog food. They killed Breonna Taylor without an arrest warrant, without a search warrant. It's a Greenland thing. Orange people. Y'all killed Breonna Taylor without an arrest warrant, without a search warrant. This dude right here didn't say nothing about that. He didn't even bring that shit up. There is no such thing found in this law book called a no-knock warrant. This is the law book. Ain't no such thing as a no-knock warrant. At all. There is no such thing as police brutality in this book. So stop falling for these people that's telling you, I'm your leader. Yeah, they leading you. They leading your ass to the tombstone. That's what they leading you to the grave pit. Look, the Fourth Amendment requires police to knock and announce their identity and purpose before forcing their way into a person's home to make an arrest. This requirement can be traced to the early common law. Common sense, common law, nature's law, nature's God. Yoshi, Islam. And has withstood the test of time because it makes good sense. Compliance protects privacy, by giving the occupants an opportunity to collect themselves, avoids unnecessary destruction of property, and protects police from being shot. It protects police from being shot in the mistaken belief that they are burglars. So if you come into my domicile, you don't knock and announce yourself, you can be shot. That is why the Fourth Amendment is required for police to knock and announce their identity. So run that back again, that story that this dude fed all the people about, oh, Breonna Taylor, she died because of a no-knock warrant. Yeah, you died because of a no-knock warrant. What are you talking about? There's no such thing in law called a no-knock warrant. With your traitor ass. There is this right here, though. Every indigenous individual has the right to a nationality. Every indigenous person has the right to self-determination. Every indigenous person has the right to freedom of their political status, freely pursue their economic, social, and cultural development. Those are vibranium strong rights. Those is titanium, though. But theories, our people love going with hearsay and theories. Oh, I heard the other day that I heard they had a no-knock warrant. You heard that this is such, you heard. Did you fucking look it up, though? Did you look up a no-knock warrant in the law book? Did you look it up? Did you look it up? Yeah, send this shit to Trump. Did you look it up? Did you look it up? Did you look it up? Or did you go with hearsay? Oh, I heard that it was a no-knock warrant. That's why police got on that. Nah, fuck all that. Fuck what you heard. Did you look it up? Because if you ain't look it up, then you going by hearsay. You going by somebody else told your ass what they thought. They don't know law. Did you ask the person that told you? Do they know law? And then you ask them, somebody motherfucker asked me, hey, Kush, man, who you voting for this year? Who am I voting for? What the fuck? What? Who am I voting for? Fam, what kind of government do you live in? Oh, I live in a democracy. Yeah. This is one of them uncomfortable conversations, G. You live in a democracy? The word democracy does not appear once in the Constitution. So what are you talking about? You live in a democracy. Fam, I'm not listening to shit you talking about as far as politics. Now, you want to talk about sports. You want to talk about cars. You want to talk about something else. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about cooking up some food, some recipes and some shit. You want to start talking about, you know what I'm saying, clothes, walk against the fly clothes and some shit. Then I might listen to you. But when it come to real life shit about how the world turn, I don't want to hear shit you talking about. At all. Because you think that you live in a democracy, but it don't appear once in the Constitution. So why the fuck would I listen to you? That ain't an ego either. I mean, that's just common sense. That's just common sense. Fascinating facts about the Constitution. Get your children that book. Your children should be getting put on this law right here. Your children should be getting put on law. It's not no good for your children if you studying and you don't teach your children shit. You just learning and you just learn to be learning. You good, but then what if your child don't have this in their mind? You got to get them when they're young. That's what the school system do. See, Europeans, Frederick T. Gates, he just reversed what you supposed to do. He used knowledge in a negative way. He just reversed it. He got our children going to their school system, John D. Rockefeller, and then they're going there getting mentally castrated. Everything that they thinking, everything that getting pushed in our children's heads from school systems has been designed to keep them in a state of docility. They're not in schools to actually get erudition, to learn about life, politics, civics, economics, finances. They're not in school for that. They in school to keep them just what did Bush come with? Bush came with the No Child Left Behind shit, right? That just mean they pushing you out of school. They don't care. They don't care if you learn it really or not. They just push you out of school. Go ahead. Go to the next grade. Go ahead. We ain't really worried about you. Go to the next grade. That's what school systems are designed for. So unless you're learning and you're teaching your children this, it's not going to do no good for you because your children eventually going to grow up. And you want them to have this knowledge in their head. You want them to know this right here. Your children should be getting taught this at least every day. Run an amendment down to them. Make it fun. Don't make it like, oh, you got to sit down. You got to learn this shit every day. Nah. Make it fun for them. You know what I'm saying? Give them a treat or some shit. Give them some, you know what I'm saying? Give them something. Make it fun. It don't have to be hardcore. Sit down at the table. Do it every day. Nah, I mean, make it fun. You don't have to be a hardcore drill sergeant lesson. I make this shit fun. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this shit is life though. It's the fundamental rule. It's the fundamental rules of civilization. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker tell you anything. Look, I know all these right here. I'm talking about children could be talking like that when the police come up to them. They could be enforcing what they know. Not oh, well, my father know or my mama know and I don't know nothing though. My mama know. Nah, you don't want them talking like that. You want them to be prepared. You feel me? You want them to be prepared out here, man. The younger you start, the better. For real. For real. They just came out with killing one of our people. What does the Supreme Court say? I done showed y'all about how a no-knock warrant does not exist. I just showed y'all that. The no-knock warrant does not exist. It doesn't exist. There is no such thing in the law as a no-knock warrant. It's something in law called a knock and announce, required by the Fourth Amendment. But again, if you want to be black, that don't apply to you. You can't use that. Black groups. Nah, so-called black groups, they ain't teaching this because they stuck on crayon colors. They stuck on thinking we in a democracy. Oh, we in a democracy. We in a democracy. Crazy shit. Crazy shit. They still thinking we live in a country. Fam, this is a continent, G. We live in a continent, fam. Everybody from around the world comes here. Why do you think everybody in the world finds a way to come here? Because this is the land right here, man. This is the ancient Northwest of Mexico, man. We don't even be knowing what land we living in. Everybody from around the world wants to come here. At least visit and see what's going on. This is the land of milk and honey, man. Straight up. You got pyramids on this side of the world that's older than pyramids over there on the other side of the world. Where they be like, oh, I'm an Egyptologist. Egyptologist. Yeah. I'll study the pyramids. You study the pyramid. Did you know how many pyramids are on this side of the world, especially down here in Mexico? Huh? Do you know how many pyramids are down here? Islam. Do you know how many pyramids are down here in Mexico alone? The Olmec heads. Do you know how many pyramids are in this continent alone? While y'all steady getting fed bullshit about, oh yeah, we got to go over there to the door of no return. And you got to go over there to Egypt. Egypt is over here. Like, what are you talking about? You got one on this side and you got one on that side. Across the water. All this right here is ancient shit. Ancient. All down here. Told y'all. The Maroons down there banging right now. They ain't going. They ain't going. All these people right here, man. All this land. These are our Moroccans. All this land that's on here. Our Moroccans, man. Virgin Islands. All these what you call Tainos. Hold up. What you would call Tainos. Arawaks. You know what I'm saying? The indigenous natives in South America and the Caribbean. Come on, man. Come on, man. The information is everywhere. All you gotta do is get it. All you gotta do is get it. Hold up, bro asked the question. He say, why is it we rather pray and march rather than seek true justice? He asking the people that. Moorish militia. He say to y'all, why is it we rather pray and march rather than seek justice? Question for the people. So why do y'all just seek, civil rights? Why don't y'all seek human rights? United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. Why don't y'all seek that? Y'all don't want to seek that? Huh? Y'all don't want to seek this? The Declaration, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights? Y'all don't want to talk about that at all? So you just want police to do what the fuck they want to do, huh? They just going to do what they want to do here, right? They just going to do what they want to do here. They just going to do this all day on us, right? So we ain't shit. Right? We just going to stay on the ground and we just going to get fucked up, right? No, sir. We ain't going no more. Moors ain't going no more. See this? You see this Moor right here? You see how he's standing there chilling? Huh? With a sword, with a couple swords on him. Probably got a gun on him too. You know what I'm saying? But nah, y'all don't want to stand tall. You don't want to stand tall 10 toes down. Nah, y'all don't want to. The majority of y'all are comfortable living in ignorance and in fear. And if that's uncomfortable for you, share the video, save the video, watch it again, and get some law books. And that uncomfortable feeling that you're feeling right now should turn into some kind of like, damn, I need to get some shit together because I've been living some bullshit. Yeah, I was living some bullshit. I'm not no fucking better than nobody. I was thinking some bullshit before, but once I started reading this shit, the shit like became like a fire. Well, I had to keep motherfucking going. And ever since I've been going, I'm not stopping. It's just getting, the fire just getting higher and higher. For real. I've been, and I will say on the public record, I've been so fucking ignorant. And I'm still ignorant to shit as far as, because nobody knows it all. Nobody knows it all. I don't know it all. I never claimed to know shit all. Nobody knows it all. Nobody. But that's why it takes a nation. That's why Noble Drew Ali kept talking about nation. Nation building. Nation. What did he say? He say a nation. He says money doesn't make the man. It is free national standards and power that makes a man and a nation. The wealth of all national governments, gold and silver, gold and silver, gold and silver, gold and silver, and commerce belong to the citizens alone. And without your national citizenship by name and principles, you have no true wealth. You have no true wealth. You have nothing. So then, you see how I kept saying gold and silver, gold and silver, gold and silver, gold and silver, gold and silver. You say I was born and raised in Jamaica, now living in that's the thing. You're not living in the United States, fam. You living in America. You never left America. Bro, you never left America. You're still in the Americas right now. I know it sounds crazy, though, but that's real shit, though. Look, let me show you. All you did, G, you left here and you came somewhere up here. All this is the American continent, the North American continent. This is all you did. If you in Jamaica, if you somewhere in Haiti, you somewhere in the Bahamas, you're in Puerto Rico, You know what I'm saying? Anywhere in the Taino area, anywhere in the Caribbean, South America, you're in America. Don't you hear the common term, but you hear the common name? The common name is America, 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 Al Morocco, Al Maghrib. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he gonna get this work though. You know, you're in America, America, America. You're not in the United States. The United States is a district cooked up by George Washington. That's a district that was cooked up when the Europeans did the trader shit. That's why they say George Washington was the first president. See, they deceiving our people. It's deception. Because, yeah, he was the first president. He was the first president of the U.S. Corporation. So, yeah, he was the first president. The first president of what? The U.S. Corporation Company. George Washington. He was not the first lawful president in the Americas, or we would say North America. Yes, sir. Dominica, for sure. That's why they say George Washington was the first president. Yeah, he was the first president of the corporation. Yes, the corporation. Not the American, not the North American president. No, how you think about it? Use common sense. Just use common sense. Yes, sir. The Arawaks. Yes, sir. Arawaks. The legacy. We talking about a legacy, man. You tell me somebody that got a black legacy. What's up? Use your common sense. Well, so when I say this, think about it. What is a black legacy? What is the black legacy? What has the black legacy been? Let's just use some basic common sense. What has the so-called black legacy been? Now, I can tell you and show you what the history and legacy of the indigenous natives in South America and the Caribbean, they have an illustrious history and legacy. I can show you the legacy that the Moors have had. Let's just take, for instance, on the other side of the world, over there in China, our Asiatic brothers and sisters over there, they have a legacy. They have a culture. They have history. They have the Great Wall of China, the Koreans over there, Vietnamese, right? You have the Moros down there. They're not Filipinos. They're Moros. You have them down there. Bro, you got all of these people. It's only two kind of people on the planet. Real shit. Basic common sense time. There are only two species on planet Gaia. You have Moors, Asiatics, right? You have Moors, earthbound Asiatics, and then you have hybrid Europeans. That's it. Two kinds of people. One of them loves nature, which is us, Moors, the various copper tone, olive tone, Moors, Aboriginal indigenous people, and then you have hybrid Albion Europeans. That's who you have. You don't have nothing else. You see this? This is what Noble Drew Ali. This is why I rock with Noble Drew Ali and the Divine National. It just look at what's going on. It's national and divine, G. Look at what he say. He say, if Italians, Greeks, English, Chinese, Japanese, Turks, and Arabians are forced to proclaim their free national name and religion before the constitutional government of the United States of America, it is no more than right that the law should be enforced upon all American citizens alike. So what is your nationality? What is it? What is it? What's your nationality? Black ain't a nationality. Y'all heard T.I. say that shit on that Revo bullshit that they did. African American is not a nationality. It's not. So if it's not a nationality, what are you talking about?
Long-standing systemic injustices that stood for way, way too long.
Look at this dude. Let's go back.
And then I also see it as a space marked by some real complexity and some
look at this shit. Listen to what he said.
Deep and long-standing systemic injustices that have stood for way, way too long. And then I also see it as a space marked by some real complexity and some nuance with hard problems to solve.
Let's fast forward. Hold up. Let's fast forward real quick.
In 2018 on a progressive prosecution platform. And since then, her office has, among other things, published the now famous in these circles Rollins Memo, which, among other things, outlined her plans to decriminalize certain low-level offenses by simply refusing to prosecute them. A month later, she sued the Federal Immigration and Customs.
Hold up. Now, he is a professor at Harvard, and he's Bodie King. You think he don't know law? But listen how he talk. He knows law, but he's not talking in a lawful way. He's talking legalese traitor shit. That's what he talking like. That's what he talking like. Hey, man, I don't know what y'all gonna do. I don't know what y'all gonna do, but we putting it out there.
It's wonderful to see you.
Hold up.
It's wonderful to have you.
Let me bring it back.
To start off our discussion, we'd like to invite each of you to share some opening remarks in the order of 5 to 10 minutes that help us all understand the challenge of policing in America today. What should we as a country learn from the killing of George Floyd and so many others?
He said he already fucked up right there when he said a country. I just showed y'all this ain't no country. This is a continent. Yeah, Jay Morrison told him this is a continent. Jay Morrison told them that we Moors.
How should we understand the summer of protests that followed in their wake? And where should we be taking our penal system and our institutions of policing from here? I'm slipping already. Congresswoman Bush, if you could start us off.
First of all, thank you for having me. Thank you for this invite and this platform to be able to share. Especially from the standpoint of someone who is came into this as just an activist, but not even an activist first, just someone who just wanted to see what was happening in her community. So let me just start with when before I ever stepped foot at a protest, standing up for Black Lives Matter.
Hold up. Wait. What? Did you hear what she just... She's a congressman. This chick is a congressman. Now, I told y'all and I'm showing y'all what it is. This is on Policing in America, the Problem and the Moment, Diagnosing the American Penal System, Harvard Law School. So you would think that these people would be highly educated, but beware of people like Carter G. Woodson, like he spoke about highly educated people like Marcus Mosiah Garvey was talking about educated people. You see what he said? You see what he said about traitors? Peace, Jamal. See what he's talking about traitors? He talking about the traitors among the Negro race are generally to be found among the men and women highest placed in education and society. The fellows who call themselves leaders. Exactly. Highly educated in the wrong direction. But y'all love red, black, and green, though. Yeah, do you really love red, black, and green? Do you really love the philosophies of Marcus Garvey, who was the forerunner along with Noble Drew Ali? Noble Drew Ali was at the top, fam. Forerunner to Noble Drew Ali was Marcus Garvey. Yes, sir. You know, it's all about putting people onto the real. Put them onto the real. Yeah. Word. The Negro Informant Program. Listen to what she say. Look. On God. COINTELPRO. Look. Remember I told y'all and I showed y'all color. Because I'm finna slide in a minute. So I hope y'all got something from this. If you didn't, you stuck in your belief systems, it is what it is for you. The ones who really want to know, man, I hope I did some work. I hope I did some good work. Look, Color is the appearance, semblance, or simulacrum as distinguished from that which is real. So when you hear people say color, colored person, colored people, colored man, that should be like fucking nails on a chalkboard for your fucking ears. When you hear somebody say colored, from this point forward, when you hear somebody say colored, it should irk you. It should irk you. You should be like, hey man, look, I ain't black. I ain't no person of color. I ain't a people of color either. I ain't light skinned. I'm not dark skinned. I'm a Moor. That's who I am. And that's who I'm finna be all the time from this point forward. That part. That part. You know what I'm saying? That part. It has been held that there is no legal technical signification to the phrase colored person, which the courts are bound judicially to know. So if you want to be a fucking colored person, it's on you. You putting a noose around your neck. You putting a gun to your forehead. You digging the ditch. You're digging the ditch. It's not what you think. Oh, it's the white man, the so-called white man. Nah. We know Europeans are doing fucked up shit to our people because guess what? We enslaved them niggas first. Huh? Got real quiet. It got real quiet when I said that. Oh yeah, we enslaved Europeans first. You doubt? Huh? They were white and they were slaves, but they're not white. They're hybrid Albion Europeans. Like they were Europeans and they were slaves? Yeah, they was. They was our slaves. I know that might be like a culture shock to a lot of motherfuckers. Oh, I'm educated. I never knew that. Well, you know now. So it ain't all, but it's not all on the European. The fault is on us too. More so because we should know by now who we are after 100-some years. Look.
I always saw myself as just this black woman trying to.
Oh my God! Do you hear the house nigga? This is a house nigga right here, G. This is a house nigga right here, sucking up on the master. The master for her is the European. The European Islam. The European. Look, listen to what she's talking about. She's a congressman. This lady right here is a congressman. You think she don't know better?
In her community.
Hold up. Let me bring this shit. Let me just bring it back.
Came into this as just an activist, but not even an activist first, just someone who just wanted to see what was happening in her community. So let me just start with when, before I ever stepped foot at a protest, standing up for Black Lives Matter. For me, I was just I always saw myself as just this black woman trying to.
Oh my God! You know what I be thinking? You know, real shit though. Real shit though. No, it's always real shit though. But I'm talking about, extra real shit. Extra real shit. I think that these motherfucking people that they put out here, I think they get a check for saying that they black. On top of them saying it, they get paid for it. Extra. Like if you could just say black all the time, every time you say black, we're going to cut you a check. So if you, however many times you say it inside your little talk, we're going to cut you another check. We're going to cut you another check. That's just what I think. That's just what I think. But the fact of the matter is, this is a congressman. Congressmen have to study this. They have to study this. So she's talking about blackity black. So you talking about colored. You talking about colored. So you don't know. You've never came across this at all. You telling me you a congressman and we're on Harvard Law School University channel on YouTube. Look it up. So this person, see how they always get our people, and then they make it a woman too. They get our people, and then they make it a woman or a man, because they parade our people. They're parading our own people around, spreading misinformation to get us to relax, fall back, and accept slave brands like colored person, colored race, colored people, black. You're a black man. You're a black woman. No, the fuck you not a black person. Where the fuck is black at? You're not orange. You're not yellow. You don't hear Mexicans talking about, oh, I'm a brown man. No, sir. Nigga, I'm Mexican. I'm from Mexico. Straight up. And stand on it. And stand on it. They don't talk about, oh, I'm a brown man. Nah. Do you know anybody over there from so-called India that comes over here and calls themselves a brown man? Point them out if you do. Let me find out. People that come over here from so-called India, which real name is Hindustan or Sindhi, they don't come over here. Go on a gas station. When you go, next time your motherfucking ass go to Dunkin' Donuts or you go to a convenience store and you see somebody over there from Palestine, or you see somebody over there from Hindustan, India, ask them, do they call themselves brown when the next time you see one of them? When they be like, hey, let me ask you a question. When you go back home to India, do you call yourself brown over there? Do you call yourself brown over there? Hey, fam, when you go to Mexico, when you go to Mexico, do you call yourself brown people? You see how crazy we sound and we talk? We sound crazy as hell. We sound insane when we talk this shit. When we talk that ignorant shit like that, dealing with crayon colors, man, we sound fucking out of our minds to the rest of the world. Because don't nobody around the world talk like that. And I could prove that right here in the law book. By common usage in America. Only here. Only here. Only here. Only here. That color shit is pumped in our heads because of the John D. Rockefeller school system and the Frederick T. Gates plan. They worked together to cook up a military operation called education. General Board of Education. They cooked up that military operation. It's just a continuance of what my brother Jamal put out there. Right here. It's just a continuation. It's a continuation of this. The purposeful failure of the schooling system. Purposeful. There he is right there. Frederick T. Gates. But nah, y'all don't want to listen to us though. You know what I'm saying? Or not common usage in the world. Common usage in America. In America. There it is right there. In America. By common usage in America. Clear as day. Clear as day. Clear as day. Then you got my brother Cujo, who stole the feds, the Moors or the Shriners. That might be a little bit too strong for y'all right now, though. I don't know. I tried to go with something that y'all could, you know what I'm saying, digest real good and fast, you know, because I know our people don't be having like a lot of attention. Attention be quick. You got European motherfuckers out here. You got Europeans out here. Let me ask y'all something. Why is it that Europeans, like this motherfucker, he has a fair zone. He has a fair zone, right? But when we put our national headdresses on, y'all look at us funny. But y'all don't even realize that these European motherfuckers, these European motherfuckers right here, these Europeans, like this dude, And like these dudes right here are imposters, as my brother Abdullah the Elder would say. Abdullah El Talib Mosey Bey would say. We are the originators. Grand Sheik, peace and love to all the Moors out there. Ras Mariah Bey, you know. All that's Morocco. But then you got Europeans down here. So, but see what's crazy is when we put our fezzes on, y'all look at us funny. Our national headdress. That's ancient. But when Europeans put their shit on, mimicking us, because that's what they're doing, they're mimicking us, and they're acting like as though they are nobles, which they're not. And they disrespect us by putting that scimitar upside in the crescent moon upside down. Disrespectful. Y'all don't check them though. But as soon as somebody start talking about, oh, Megan Thee Stallion, oh, that's a buzzword. You can't talk about her. You see the problem and the solution? Y'all motherfuckers so worried about entertainers. Y'all so worried about shit that don't fucking matter. That y'all let the shit that do matter just fly. Fly right over your head. But the shit that don't matter, y'all gravitate to it. Y'all love all that shit that you gravitate to all that fuck shit. Treating women like shit. Treating men like shit. Treating your children like shit. Y'all gravitate to that. Call the police on your family. Y'all gravitate to that stupid shit. That ignorant shit. Twerking and shit on TikTok all fucking day. You gravitate to that shit though. But when it comes to knowing who you are, knowing where you came from, separating the fake from the real from the fake, y'all don't give no fuck about that. But this ain't for y'all motherfuckers though. This for the ones that want to know. This is for the youth that want to know and the ones who want to know. Old wine, new skin. This ain't for you motherfucking naysayers. This for the ones who want to know. That's why I do this shit for, personally. My babies, you know what I'm saying? My children. Real rap. But you know, y'all honor these European motherfuckers, and they are the ones that we put in slavery first. Y'all got shit fucked up. For real. Y'all better get y'all motherfucking head out the clouds, get your mind right, and stop believing in shit. Someone called me last night. Their family called the police on them. That's what I'm talking about. Motherfuckers call the police on you. And y'all let that shit slide like, oh, so, you know, I'm living my best life, though. It's fucked up that Breonna Taylor and them got killed, but I'm living my best life, though. Y'all will cry for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. After that shit, that whole issue ain't even in your mind no more. Cause what's gonna happen? COINTELPRO gonna hit you with something else. COINTELPRO, hold up. COINTELPRO, COINTELPRO gonna hit you with something else. They gonna hit you with something else. They gonna hit you with something else right there. And then you gonna be like, oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah. They gonna hit you with something else. So listen one more time before I slide.
In America and trying to raise 2 children.
Listen real quick before I slide.
First of all, thank you for having me. Thank you for this invite.
Listen to our words.
Platform to be able to share, especially from the standpoint of someone who is came into this as just an activist, but not even an activist first, just someone who just wanted to see what was happening in her community. So let me just start with when before I ever stepped foot at a protest, standing up for Black Lives Matter. For me, I was just I always saw myself as just this Black woman trying to survive in America and trying to raise 2 children and wanting to keep my son alive. That was just the way that that's how I walked through life. And
shut the fuck up with your traitor ass. Shut the fuck up with your traitor ass. Beware of people that wear turbans and fezzes and got the same complexion, since y'all love skin complexion, beware of people that's talking about that black shit. Get away from them. Don't associate when it comes to, I'm finna kick it with you. I'm finna chill. I'm finna, I'm straight. I'm cool. Because birds of a feather flock together. When you know somebody should know better and you still flocking around them, that's on you. Now, if you wanna go on some biblical shit, since y'all love the Bible, right? Yeshua ben Yosef, y'all falsely call him Jesus. Jesus was in a trap. So when I say birds of a feather flock together, I'm talking about if you want to hang tough around somebody, keep talking that black shit around you all the time, and you keep dealing with it, you don't correct them, then you're not doing your duty. You should correct them every time they say that black shit. But if you don't correct them, that means you with the shit stand. You know what I'm saying? You with the shit stand. You should be correcting them more. If you know better, you should be doing better. You should be. But I digress. You know what I'm saying? I digress. I digress. You know, you should be correcting them. Because last time I read the Bible, Yeshua ben Yosef was walking around with disciples, putting work out in the streets. He was on the hedges and the highways. He wasn't on the internet all day, locked in. Moors that I fuck with, they out here from the hedges and the highways putting this information out. They not sitting behind a goddamn phone or computer all day. They out here actually putting work out. So all you motherfucking haters, naysayers, hearsayers, what the fuck work are you putting out? Real shit. Our self-law and master, Islam.